Oh, hurrah. We're back! Back once again in the wastes, civilizing the peasants and barbarians. The game finally noticed I had the music turned on. Yo guys, how's it going? Nice. Yeah, I woke up at like 2 hours ago-ish. I had a good night. I slept for like 9 hours. That's pretty crazy for me. More like 8, which is still crazy for me. Hmm. I need to get into the institute for the Enclave thing to continue as well. Let's go there first. Is Nuka World mine now since I liberated it? Yeah, kinda. Keep in mind, if you make raider settlements, and you send people there, they can never go to your normal settlements because a raider and a civilian settlement and a raider settlement are, like, in the game files, very different. You can never intermix. What's up, B? Good morning. Well, good day. Lol. Crane, against my protestations, Sarge wanted to give you a copy of the newest backdoor for the Pip-Boys. Instead of going through the current OS, it accesses a lower level of code within the device. Once it does that, something quite interesting happens. I'm wasting my time. All you need to do is pull the plug from the back of the Pip-Boy, carefully this time. Then simply insert it into any Pip-Boy provided the plug is removed, and the backdoor program should do the trick automatically. Once inside, you can pull data from any Pip-Boy you find, coordinates, logs, you name it. Sarge is hoping that if we find any vault dwellers in the field, we'll be able to locate more vaults through their Pip-Boys. You know what that means. Oh hell, knowing you, you'll probably end up leading the vault dwellers to us rather than the other way around. I hope Sarge knows what he's doing. Holy crap, where to start? I'm just glad I have this thing to write it all down. We've been locked down in this vault for weeks now. I've been bored as hell, and the games on these things got old fast. It's fun putting notes saying kick me on Karoni's back for a while, but next thing you know, Brass says there's a paper shortage. Also, it's not exactly easy playing a prank on someone who spends all their time in their room. Me and the boys were trying to reprogram the assault drone to give him a wedgie, but yeah, less said about that the better. It was then that I remembered Lazensky telling me that he reprogrammed our Pip-Boys for Sarge so we can better track our guys on Glowing Sea missions. Well, the joke's on you, Lazensky. I found a better use for your stupid program. I got a few of the squad together and managed to break into the kitchen to take the weak old Mirelurk soup that had been smelling out the canteen for days. Then we hoisted it by rope over the atrium. After that, all we had to do was watch Karoni walk down the hallway to get his dinner after everyone else had gone to bed. God, I can't even describe my anticipation watching the little Karoni blip move along my Pip-Boy screen. By the time the blip appeared in the atrium, I lifted my head and there he was, completely unaware that he was going to smell like a dead Mirelurk in the sun. I told Jones to pull, and the next thing you know, the goop came falling on his head. His face was a fucking picture. I swear I was about to cry. I haven't seen him since, and to think Sarge wanted to use these things to track us for the mission tomorrow. The Brockton Mine. Abraham. I'm not. Oh crap. I was trying to throw a frag grenade. I mean, that works, right? But oh, look, pieces of Abraham, Layla. What the fuck? What the fuck? Yo, it's a fucking sniper shotgun with slugs. Fat man. I'm guessing he does more damage to the settlement than the enemy. I want that gun. Yeah, me too. Mine. Oh crap. I'm glad I killed him in one hit, because if that guy would have taken a shot at me, I think I would die. What the fuck? Oh. I'm stuck. Oh. Ooh. Hi. He died. Ooh. Maybe we can make that better? Glowing rock? The fuck? Nice. More passwords is good. I need to start drinking water, dude. I've got so much water. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, here we go. I better use this thing for something. Maybe a confessional of sorts will make me feel better about what I did. Here goes. Karoni. He never exactly was the ideal mercenary, but we worked well as a team. He was good at all the technical stuff, hacking terminals, getting through automated doors, disabling turrets. And me? Well, I finished the job. It all changed though when we signed up for the Gunners. They were paying far more than we could make on our own. So it seemed like a no-brainer at the time. Little did I know what would happen when Karoni was forced to work with people other than myself. When I was assigned to my squad, it was like I had known them for years. We worked well together and the guys respected me for my marksmanship. But Karoni was a different story. He was always an acquired taste and his shyness frustrated Sarge. Audio ads? What? No? Huh? An audio ad? I didn't even know they did that. You sure you don't have other tabs open? Does Twitch have audio ads? For German McDonald's? Well, yeah, German, you're near. That's more a you thing. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I didn't realize Twitch had audio ads now. Maybe it just fucked up and it was supposed to be a visual ad. It was a mistake to shove a laser rifle into his hands when I knew that his best skills lay elsewhere. I thought when we took the vault, things would change, that he'd come out of his shell. Instead, the opposite happened. It's these damn Pip-Boys, he's obsessed with them. He spends all his time in his room playing these games. I've tried to snap him out of it, tell him that Sarge is going to boot him out of the gunners, or worse, but he always rebuffs me. It's funny, I still beat him in these games, despite him playing them longer than I ever have. If I hear best of 3 one more time, it might snap. Maybe one day he'll shape up, but I can't wait that long. I've got to do something quickly. I owe him for saving my life. This vault is filled with chems, and it's not like they're going to miss a few shots of Psycho. No, it said audio ad. Weird. Am I supposed to be able to pick this up? Because I can't. Oh. Got it. Full of fucking shit, you scared me. Yo, Cosmic, what's up? How you doing? Chillin'. No school tomorrow. That's nice. It's a holiday here. So. This gun sick. I like it.
Bingo.
Makes enemies explode violently into lightning. Also, how the I have 10,000 cells. Jeez. They should have made this 200 damage. Right? 102 is kinda meh. What was that? 29 something? The 29F Tempest automatic body and equipment retrieval project has been greenlit, and field testing of the system with decommissioned layers is underway. By modifying the power output of the shielded body and adding an alpha wave scanner and rudimentary broadcasting antenna, Upon brain death, the wielder's location can be pinpointed and automatically retrieved via the teleportation matrix. The antenna needs a few seconds to build up the charge necessary to transmit the required positional data, as indicated by the 3 lights on the receiver. So what? Excuse me. So far, we've sent 4 synths into the wastes with dubious results. Their remains return mostly intact, as well as the weapons, albeit rendered unusable. One of the weapons, designation 29F2, is still missing, as well as its user. As per protocol, we will dispatch a courser in 1 week to investigate. It seems our assumption that the returned remains were our own synths was incorrect. After a more thorough tissue analysis, it seems that the bodies are actually the rogue synths. Our test synths were ordered to terminate not long before the remains arrived. My working hypothesis based on the components of the damaged test layers is that the neurological implant contained within each synthetic brain interferes with the alpha wave scanner, causing a feedback loop and teleporting the victim of the weapon rather than the user. Interesting. Our request for a field courser has been granted. Courser X510 has been tasked with the retrieval of 29F2 and any remains of the test synths he might come across. We'll also receive a copy of this holotape to record a field log of his findings. Weapon located, but discharge. Stuck in feedback loop. Requesting matrix shutdown and recovery. What was it called? 29F2? No, I never watch it. I don't care. Let me put this in the fridge because it's getting warm. Nothing worse than warm soda. I'm making a mission report here in case anybody comes across my body. If you're unable to identify me, I'm Lieutenant Lazansky, tech specialist on Salvage Team 20. We managed to locate the wreckage. It's likely intact and survived the crash. That said, we underestimated the hostiles we would likely encounter on our mission, and as a result, 2/3 of the platoon is dead or MIA. It's likely I would have been right there with him if it wasn't for Coroni. I wasn't sure why the sergeant had picked a private to accompany us on that mission, but for a moment, I was glad he did. My good feeling was short-lived, however. Despite saving us, Coroni wouldn't respond to orders. The only time he made so much as a peep was when one of our fire team killed a hostile. Every time that happened, Coroni would look anxiously for another mutation to put down. We tried to tell him that every hostile he killed risked us being swarmed once more. He wouldn't listen. It was as if he was determined to get the most kills out of all of us. Did he think this was some kind of game? We didn't hold our position for long. Even Coroni didn't fancy his chances with the 2 deathclaws that flanked us. For once we agreed on something, ran to a nearby cave, and it appeared that the beasts had lost our scent. It was there we found some kind of pre-war weapon. Now I had disassembled and reassembled a plasma rifle before, but this was like nothing I had ever seen. We had to get this back to base, but first we had to get some rest. When I woke up, I discovered that not only were all our mentats gone, but Coroni was hunched over the weapon on a boulder, its constituent parts scattered across the rock face. At the time, even with death almost a certainty, I still couldn't let this promotion opportunity go. I tackled Coroni, he fought back. Once the fray started, the rest of the team jumped in. All of us fighting over the weapon. The noise attracted what was left of the glowing sea's population to our position, and soon we were running for our lives once more. To say we weren't so lucky this time was an understatement. I watched the rest of us being torn apart. The weapon, it worked. Karoni fired it mindlessly into the storm. Its effectiveness is clear, but it wasn't enough. The last I saw of him, he was running into the sea, the ribbons of electricity from his weapon slowly growing tinier and tinier in the fog. I got away again, most of me did anyway. I'm going to try and use the transmitter to radio for help. But it's only a matter of time now. Oh, what? Oh, what? Bunch of flies fucked me up, dude. Gunner signal. I like this gun. Mission accomplished. The aircraft is in pieces, but those pieces are intact. We were about to check inventory, see if we can carry some of this equipment back to Vault 95, until we saw blue light in the fog. As it grew closer, we raised our weapons. I could hardly believe my eyes. It was that good-for-nothing Karoni. It didn't take long to guess why this coward survived. He had something hoisted over his shoulder, glowed brightly. Fucker was going to give away our position. I told him to put it down. He didn't. I told him it was an order. He didn't respond. We drew our weapons again and I ordered once more. He stood there and I told my men to approach. As they surrounded him, some kind of lightning bolt shot from that thing, turned felt into ash. We covered the area in bullets, but when the smoke cleared, the son of a bitch was gone. Couldn't go one circuit without tripping over his shoelaces, but how can he now he can disappear in a flash? We darted into the fuselage for cover and he came at us again. He didn't even take cover as he pursued us and took out 2 more of our men. I was as sure as dead. So I leapt at him and hit him squarely on the jaw. He fell onto the floor of the cabin. What was left of us joined me in holding him down. We hated the fact that we needed him alive, but command needed to know what happened out here. Otherwise I would have shot the bastard myself. Bastard may have put up a good fight, but people like that, even with every advantage, they always lose.
You're dead!
Oh, here he is. Oh my god. How you gonna miss? There's like Ken.
Bingo.
There's like no damage. Garbage. Time for round 2.
Approaching Boston from the west. We've got heavy winds, but it shouldn't be a problem. Lining up for runway 2 at heading. What the hell is that? Some kind of bright light from the north!
Alright. Swing by home, get out of the armor.
Hey! Hey there, darling! I hope you can hear me all right.
I hear you asking me a stupid question, and of course they heard you.
Oh, would you just lay off? It's called being polite. Jerk. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. Keeping out of trouble. Sorry, it's been a while since you heard from me. We've been burning the candle at both ends over here.
Hurry up.
Nice place you have here.
Ains says hello. He's his usual cheery self. Anyhow, Hey!
Listen up. We're ready to attack the plaza. Everything's in place, and the only thing we're waiting on now is you. Meet us at the coordinates embedded in this message. Get there as soon as you can. And come prepared.
This has been a pre-recorded message. Message repeats in 3 seconds.
Hey! Hey there, darling! I hope you can hear me all right.
I hear you asking me a stupid question, and of course they heard you.
Oh, would you just lay off? It's called being polite. Jerk. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. Keeping out of trouble. Sorry, it's been a while since you heard from me. We've been burning the candle at both ends over here.
Hurry up.
Ains says hello. He's his usual cheery self. Anyhow, Hey!
Listen up. We're ready to attack the plaza. Everything's in place, and the only thing we're waiting on now is you. Meet us at the coordinates embedded in this message. Get there as soon as you can. And
Who
come
needs
prepared.
armor 1? Fuck
This
off.
has been a pre-recorded message. Message repeats in 3 seconds.
Hey!
Wait, I
Hey
need
there,
the...
darling! I hope you can hear me all right.
How do I need armor 1 for power armor displays when I have one?
Of course course
I have 4.
Oh, would you just lay off? It's called being polite. Jerk.
Whatever.
Anyway, I hope you're doing well.
Whatever.
Keeping out of trouble? Sorry, it's been a while since you heard from me. We've been burning the candle at both ends over here. Hurry up. Ains says hello. He's his usual cheery self. Anyhow, Hey!
Listen up. We're ready to attack the plaza. Everything's in place, and the only thing we're waiting on now is you. Meet us at the coordinates embedded in this message. Get there as soon as you can. And come prepared.
This has been a pre-recorded message. Message repeats in 3 seconds.
Hey! Hey there, darling! I hope you can hear me all right?
I can hear you asking a stupid question, and of course they heard you.
Oh, would you just lay off? It's called being polite. Jerk. Anyway, I hope you're doing well.
I love the
Keeping out of
interaction
trouble?
between them.
Sorry, it's been a while since you heard from me. We've been burning the candle at
So
both
good.
ends over here. Hurry up. Ains says hello. He's his usual cheery self. Anyhow, Hey!
You can like hear him walk over.
Listen up. We're ready to attack the plaza. Everything's in place, and the only thing we're waiting on now is you. Meet us at the coordinates embedded in this message. Get there as soon as you can. And come prepared.
This has been a pre-recorded message. Message repeats in 3 seconds.
Hey! Hey there, darling! I hope you can hear me all right?
I can hear you asking a stupid question, and of course they heard you.
Oh, would you just lay off? It's called being polite. Jerk.
Jerk.
Anyway, I hope you're doing well. Keeping out of trouble? Sorry, it's been a while since you heard from me. We've been burning the candle at both ends over here. Hurry up. Ains says hello. He's his usual cheery self. Anyhow,
I like you hear him
Hey!
come over.
Listen up. We're ready to attack the plaza. Everything's in place, and the only thing we're waiting on now is you. Meet us at the coordinates embedded in this message. Get there as soon as you can. And come prepared.
This has been a pre-recorded message. Message repeats in 3 seconds.
Hey! Hey there, darling! I hope you can hear me all right?
I can hear you asking a stupid question, and of course they heard you.
Oh, would you just lay off? It's called being polite. Jerk. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. Keeping out of trouble? Sorry, it's been a while since you heard from me. We've been burning the candle at both ends over here. Hurry up. Ains says hello. He's his usual cheery self. Anyhow, Hey!
Listen up. We're ready to attack the plaza. Everything's in place, and the only thing we're waiting on now is you. Meet us at the coordinates embedded in this message. Get there as soon as you can. And come prepared.
This has been a pre-recorded message. Message repeats in 3 seconds.
Hey! Hey there, darling! I hope you can hear me all right?
I don't know what to place.
I can hear you asking a stupid question, and of course they heard you.
Oh, would you just lay off? It's called being polite. Jerk. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. Keeping out of trouble? Sorry, it's been a while since you heard from me. We've been burning the candle at both ends over here. Hurry up. Ains says hello. He's his usual cheery self. Anyhow, Hey!
Listen up. We're ready to attack the plaza. Everything's in place, and the only thing we're waiting on now is you. Meet us at the coordinates embedded in this message.
Red
As
Roach
soon as you
Racers.
can.
That sounds
Come
hilarious.
prepared.
This has been a pre-recorded
God
message.
damn it.
Message repeats in 3 seconds.
Hey! Hey there, darling! I hope you can hear me all right?
I can hear you asking a stupid question, and of course they heard you.
Oh, would you just lay off? It's called being polite.
I want all of these. I want a Red Roach, I want the crafting thing, I want the pizza
Keeping out of
parlor.
trouble?
Fuck my life.
Sorry, it's been a while since you heard from me. We've been burning the candle.
I'm not
at
using
both
robots
ends
yet,
over
so
here.
one of these 3. I really want the Red Roach thing. No,
Ains
let's
says
do
hello.
let's start
He's
with the
his
craft
usual
area.
cheery self. Anyhow, Hey!
Listen up. We're ready to attack the plaza. Everything's in place, and the only thing we're waiting on now is you. Meet us at the coordinates embedded in this message. Get there as soon as you can.
That's my cemetery right here. So this is 3x3, right? Why is this so dark? Oh, it's commercial. Is my hand not showing up? Come on. I need more of those material stuff. And I need one of those... Oh, we have that already. How do I fucking use that?
Yeah.
Oh, I need probably in both. I don't think I have one in Sanctuary. Can't use it. To Google. Googly. Sims. Oh no, not. Oh, Sim settlements to caravan services. Hmm. Okay, that must mean I don't have this yet.
Don't let all that horsepower go to your head.
How's it going? Hi, how are you?
Oh crap. Not like I wanted to fucking, I wanted to repair this right here.
Maybe constantly trying to kill us, but the Commonwealth never lacks for excitement. Sanctuary is starting to look like something. We like it. I need more people, dude.
I don't understand how they can be food. Because they're not, right? Because these guys are food. I'm confused as to how this works, bro. It does say farmer, but
Nothing I
she
hate
just says
more
stock.
than raider scumbags. If you run into any, put a few down for me.
I need a clinic. I thought we had one. I need more people, okay? Like, fucking hell. I need way more settlers. Jesus.
If you work, you eat. It's
You work, you eat. Lady, I own the place. Shut the fuck up.
simple as that.
Oh shit, I just realized I've been recording. How long? Two gigabytes. What? When did I start recording? When I started the stream, apparently. Oops. Delete. Guns, guns, guns. Actually.
Hey, Cleo.
Every weapon you see here could be the difference.
Let's see what you have.
Let's get you.
Damn. Give me. Oh, blah 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 blah. I swear. Nope. I realized. Burp. Oh. Oh shit.
Ben had it coming. To get on the mayor's bad side. Downstairs. Don't bother the other patrons.
Yeah, mum.
How wonderful. Someone new. Is it true you're from one of those vaults? I met a few of your kind once before back in D.C. Charming people. Badly dressed, but charming all the same.
My family.
Then consider yourself fortunate. Granted, being a popsicle doesn't sound all that fun either.
How'd you end up?
I'm here on business. A man thinks I'm better off dead. Right now, he's waiting for me in some dusty hideout for the Fourth.
Anything I can do to help?
Yes, there is. Perhaps you'd be interested in being my personal goon. Or gun, if you prefer.
Right.
It doesn't matter who plays what role first.
Let's go.
Our enemies are as good.
Why not? I came here to find people, so.
What? Another one of you mercs looking for McCready? He's in the back room.
Hey,
You there. We need to have a conversation.
you've got my...
I'm always looking for people who, from what I hear,
Right? I don't mind it.
you'll get paid the starting rate. Like it.
I need more charisma.
I'm Edward Deegan, but you'll need to talk to my boss first.
Sure.
Come down to Cabot House.
Excuse me.
If you need some protection for your settlement, I used to be a soldier for the Gunners.
Oh.
Sure. I know the perfect place. Want to work for me?
Roger that. Where do you want me?
Wrong button. Pretty decent. Oh, damn.
Hi.
Look who's walked in. You've certainly carved out a name for yourself.
AI voices.
So, how have you been? Enjoying retirement?
Retirement, huh? I suppose that's one way to put it. Days are quieter, less blood and guts, more whiskey and regrets. But I can't say I miss the hunt too much.
Have you ever considered settling down? I know a settlement that could use someone like you.
Settling down, you say? Well, ain't you full of surprises? Never figured myself for the community type.
Nice. I was thinking about sending him to the army depot, but there's nothing there yet, and I'm also not sure, yeah, if that doesn't break the game, because the army depot is from the American Rising mod.
the matter, sweetheart? Don't tell me you didn't like the song.
I've never heard that song before. Who wrote it?
I did. Now, there's something special about you. It's your eyes. Quick. So what brings a woman...
Sure. Me? Playing a game. First idiot who grabs my ass gets his arm broken. 10 points if he's drunk.
That sounds like the beginning of a great song. So it's my turn to answer questions.
What's your story?
Oh, I flew into town like any songbird does, on a heavy wind with a wounded wing. Well, this place has a stage, I needed to sing, and Whitechapel Charlie needed customers, so... Was there anything else?
Whitechapel Charlie's been here a long time, I take it.
Well, he never talks too much about his past. You should get to know him, though. Order a drink first. Was that all?
Come on.
You really want to know? Now, can I help?
I was what?
Oh, really?
Oh, is this... Oh god. Let's go for it. I could use the experience. And we failed immediately.
Magnolia.
Hello again. Something I can do for you?
I wouldn't mind hearing another song.
All right.
Wait, how do I fucking record this shit though? And one of them... How? How? Guess we're gonna have to stand here now.
Took a walk out in the fens. Had to talk with a man about some cans. He asked me what's your flavor. I said I need a favor. I'm a little short of caps, but I'm a good neighbor.
Right on the street.
Well, we're all paying for it now.
Took a dive with a swan.
I got you, man.
Out in the commons with nothing on. The mutant stopped to savor all my bad behavior. It's all in a day's work when you're a good neighbor. We can shake it up a little. We can kick it up a notch.
You mind?
We can put it on the grill. Better get it while it's hot. I'll meet you in the middle. You can show me what you got. If you're feeling lucky tonight.
Talk about wanting to be the center of attention.
Diamond City, yeah, it's my thing. I flash my style. I show my rings. I do the boys a favor with all my manual labor. It's good to be a good neighbor.
What a quest.
We can shake it up a little. We can kick it up a notch. We can put it on the griddle. Better get it while it's hot. I'll meet you in the middle. You can show me what
A little
you
bit.
got. If you're feeling lucky tonight, ooh, Diamond City, yeah, that's my thing. I flash my style, I show my rings. I do the boys a favor with all my manual labor. It's good to be a good neighbor. Yeah. I do the boys a favor with all my manual labor. It's good to be a good neighbor.
Yeah. That's funny. We good? Thank you.
It's always a good time being a good neighbor, isn't it?
Well, looks like we
I
got
hope
another
you're
freak,
happy.
just won't fit anywhere else.
Beautiful as always, Max.
Well, thanks, Charlie. Can I get some water?
No need to even ask. I always set aside a stash of the good stuff just for you.
You are such a sweetheart, Charlie. Thank you.
Sounds like just the
Boy, we got beer. If you ain't buying beer, you ain't buying.
Who's the singer?
That is Magnolia, flower of the third rail. Anything you want to know about her other than that is her business. Now,
Her
gonna
business.
order?
The third rail? Is this your place?
What? Nah, God. Place is Hancock's. Old Charlie just keeps the floor clean. The drink's dirty. So, you buying or what?
What?
So Hancock's the owner?
That's right. Owner and mayor of this whole bloody town. Trust me, never get on his bad side. Stay clear of
Why am I hearing rain?
So, what's your
I'm in
poison?
a fucking subway station.
Hancock has a bodyguard?
Yeah. Redhead with the condescending stare. Trust me, Gov, something about her ain't right. Not that I'd ever admit saying that. I'm trying to sell drinks here. You in?
What's the word around town?
Well, they say there's a newcomer around here who doesn't understand that I'm a bartender, not a damn news bot. Now, are you gonna drink?
Sure. Let's take a look.
Don't have more than you can handle. Now that you're liquored up, got a proposition for you.
Am I?
Need a dirty girl to do some dirty work. Blood on the pavement, bodies in the ground, that kind of thing. Interested?
I want to hear the details first.
I got a certain anonymous client who's paying top dollar for a clean-up job. 3 locations. Everyone inside. No witnesses. Only catch? It's all in town. The old warehouses, so I can't use my regulars. Too noticeable. That's where you come in. The job's 200 caps.
What?
Payment
This is
after
vanilla.
it's done.
This is not a mod.
Worry. I'll know when it is.
I don't do work unless I know who's paying the bills.
All right, Gov. Not like it's a big secret who I represent. Mayor Hancock is fronting the caps. Internal political struggle. You know how it is. Look, it's nothing you need to be concerned about.
3 locations. That's a
No?
lot of time. A lot of bullets.
Well, I guess we could sweeten the
I've done
pot
this
a bit.
before. This is definitely.
250.
I really do think this is vanilla.
Too low.
Listen here, you. I ain't playing ring around the rosy with no...
Oh, I should have accepted 250. Fuck.
I'll get it done.
Yeah. I thought it was vanilla.
Now go out there and bust some heads.
What? You need something to take the edge off? Fred Allen, Hotel Rexford. wondering how long it would take your bloodhounds to track me down, Winlock. It's been almost 3 months. Don't tell me you're getting rusty. Should we take this outside?
It ain't like that. I'm just here to deliver a message.
In case you forgot, I left the Gunners for good.
Yeah, I heard. But you're still taking jobs in the Commonwealth. That isn't going to work for us.
I don't take orders from you. Not anymore. Why don't you take your girlfriend and walk out of here while you still can?
What? Winlock, tell me we don't have to listen to this shit.
Listen up, McCready. The only reason we haven't filled your body full of bullets is that we don't want a war with good neighbor. See, we respect other people's boundaries. We know how to play the game. It's something you never learned.
Glad to have disappointed you.
You can play the tough guy all you want. But if we hear you're still operating inside Gunner territory, all bets are off. You got that?
You finished?
Yeah. We're finished. Come on, Barnes.
Friends of yours?
Hey there.
Look, lady, if you're preaching about the atom or looking for a friend, you've got the wrong guy. You need a hired gun. Then maybe we can talk.
Nice rifle you got there. 308, right? Solid choice.
You're trying to impress me? It's not going to work.
From what I just heard, sounds like you're out of business.
Are you kidding me? I'm not about to let a couple of gunner rejects stand between me and a solid payday.
Sounds like you can handle yourself.
If you're worried about Winlock and Barnes, don't be. They couldn't kill a squirrel with a rocket launcher. Now what about you? How do I know I won't end up with a bullet in my back?
You don't. That's part of the risk, right?
Can't argue with that. I'll tell you what. The price is 200. What do you say?
Everything's negotiable. Would you take 200?
Something wrong with your hearing?
Fuck's sake, I need more stamina.
You've got a deal.
Now you're speaking up. All right, boss.
Right? Hey.
Need something?
Excuse me.
Need something?
We should go our separate ways.
I think you're making a huge mistake, but hey, you change your mind. You know where to...
Uh-huh.
Damn, pretty good. Alright, more people. We're almost 40. I need to get to 41 so I can get the next sneak, and then no one will ever see me ever again. To be fair, I don't need the next sneak.
Sticking around, you need to join a crew. I hear Bobby No-Nose is looking. He's a catch with the No-Nose, but she pays. What, we pals now? Shoot the breeze? Take a walk.
Yes.
No witnesses. My favorite kind of job. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
Shit! Time to put you on a... Ah!
It'll be all right. Go back to bed.
Shit! Where'd that come from?
It's bullshit that everyone hears that. Like, what the hell?
Fraidy cat? Too scared?
Totally.
What the?
Terrified.
Stop hiding. We'll make nice. Promise.
This place is clean. I love the little microphone. It's fucking adorable, dude. It's so dumb. Where's my money, Charlie?
Enjoy your stay.
Whatever.
Lady, I need
Charlie.
a lot more.
Order up. Forever hold your damn mouth shut.
Wait.
Gonna pass.
Come back when you're...
Oh. Are there more warehouses? It says warehouses.
Oh, jeez. You ain't one of them Diamond City types, are you?
Not bad.
That's it.
Hey, you find it yet? What's the holdup?
And a lot of boxes, okay? Just hold on to your ass.
It's like all I'm good for is waiting around. Jesus.
I really like this gun. This gun is great. I've been using it since the beginning of the game. Literally. It's like one of the first things I found. I don't know how it's still so good, dude. Like, I upgraded it. It's just fantastic. Ooh. That happened?
Perfect.
Gunfighter perk level up. Forgot what that was. You. Gunfighter. 1 out of 5. You know better about pistols. Ooh. More critical damage. Chance to critical damage. Longer range. Better accuracy. More damage. Okay. We gotta find the other ones. Oh. I didn't notice you there. Why don't they have like stuff? This place is also clean.
Bingo.
Dude, I'm killing like 20% of the population of this fucking city. I mean, they're paying me for it, so fuck them, right? But doesn't seem like a very good majoral decision.
Might stop by the memory den later. There was this girl a few months ago.
Sweet.
Showing.
Oh, I'll find you.
You found me. I wish you could shoot at lights in this game.
What the? Shit! Where'd that come from?
This place is also clean. Oh, come on. Wait, where the fuck is the stairs? Oh. I should really visit Westek at some point because I've been finding like the vision things, but you can make them if you go to Westek. And I want multiple modes. Wait, how the fuck am I? What? Did I get paid already? No, I didn't. What? Okay, let me turn the wrist off. What? Confused.
Yes?
Hey, Charlie.
Ah, so, you're back. Drinks?
Uh-huh. Just looking.
Bloody
Sure.
What? What am I missing? Do I have to like wait? For time to pass?
Hell of a load you're carrying. Better sell some to Daisy before someone swipes it.
To see them try?
It can't be. I got eyes that are looking for
Hell of a load
Whatever.
you're carrying. Better sell some to Daisy before someone swipes it.
I mean, I'm not carrying that much. Only like, what is it, 4K? Yeah, 4K. 4,000 pounds is fine. So, I don't know why this quest isn't completing. There's nothing left to do. I killed everyone. We.
Hey.
Oh, new face walks into my store.
Did you?
That's so you need.
I'll take a look.
It's a little bit of everything.
Uh-huh.
It's all garbage. It's all garbage. I should really step onto a cooking thing at some point. I've been picking everything up for like hours and hours and hours. And I haven't been to a cooking thing in like a week. Real lifetime.
Peace, sister. Hey, you. You like scary stories? Head up to Salem sometime. Take the scenic tour.
Well, I eat stuff, right? It heals just the same as a stim pack does. Just as fast, dude. Is it? It's all the same to me.
Amari says this modified lounger will work like any other memory den experience. You just lie down, and the machine will bring you into my magnum opus. It's a simulation of someone's memories, rather than being directly pulled from a live brain. It's a little buggy. Like this one glitch where Sergeant Plattner keeps getting pronounced Planter. Dr. Amari suggests it's something to do with the hollow buffers. But between you and me, I think she just spelled it wrong during initial data entries. But you'll be able to move around inside the sim and even interact a bit. Are you ready to begin?
Why this?
Well, I'm not going to live forever, so this could be a way to keep my stories alive after I'm gone.
What kind of memories?
This is a recreation of things that happened before I was born. And I want this to be experienced without my usual narrative flamboyance. Most of my stories turn historical figures into mythic heroes. I make the Vault Dweller, the Chosen Ones, sound like demigods, but they were just flesh and blood people. I have even embellished a bit on the life of Roger Maxson.
Maxson?
He's the founder of the Brotherhood
original.
of Steel and a direct ancestor of Arthur Maxson. I may have done a disservice to the people of the Wasteland by overlooking some of the faults of the Brotherhood's founding members. Most of what's in this memory experience is true. Parts are well documented in the Brotherhood Codex. Other parts I gathered from security tapes, personal logs, and medical records. I had to fill in some gaps, but I try not to take any creative liberties with it. And you might run into a few glitches in there. It's not like we had Maxson's brain on hand. Just some DNA on his sidearm, biometrics from his power armor. But I still think this story needs to be told, warts and all, and you should be the first to hear it.
Come here, you. Oh. 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 No, stay. No escape.
I'm ready.
Just lie down in the
No
memory
surrender.
pod. The doctor will start it up for you.
No mercy. No. Oh. Chicken. Oh, I should have saved.
Brainwave migration between the program and the host. Connection established.
No escape. No surrender.
Hello, can you hear me? Excellent. The simulation appears to be working, just as Dr. Amari said it would.
The following occurred in the months leading up to the Great War over 200 years ago, when the fear of nuclear annihilation was growing ever more prominent. You'll be witness to the origins of the Brotherhood of Steel and how Captain Roger Maxson, ancestor of Arthur Maxson, came to be its founder and first High Elder.
First High Elder.
See if you can find the first event node I've set up for you. Should be just ahead.
Oh, hey, it's Sierra Military Base. Looks exactly like it, at least. Should have saved out there. This is definitely Sierra military.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Another batch of prisoners so soon? I could have swore we were at capacity.
Commie sympathizers, probably. Or worse, deserters.
Why don't you ask them?
Decorum, Sergeant. These prisoners are under our protection. Besides, Alan, you might have gone AWOL too without that tin can to protect you.
Oh, what, this old thing? My Uncle Sam gave it to me. You hear that, comrade? Made in America.
The men serving under Roger Maxson likely fought alongside him during the Resource Wars. Needless to say, they would have harbored no love for the communist Chinese or those who sympathize with them. Many in the Brotherhood of Steel can trace their ancestry back to the military grunts serving at Mariposa. In this, they take great pride. Roger Maxson was second in charge of a security team assigned to guard Mariposa. The Codex doesn't explicitly tell us what year Roger was born. We can assume he must have been about 27 years old at the time, given the median age of captains serving in the U.S. Army before the Great War. Construction on California's newest military base began in October 2076. Someone high up in Washington must have had a reason for speeding things up, because it was completed no more than a few months later.
Test subject 119, please step forward. That one.
Your cooperation is requested. Do not be alarmed.
Sergeant Planner.
Captain Maxson, sir.
Got a new group of prisoners coming in. Any room?
Yes, sir. Plenty of space for them.
You're at the end of a double shift, right?
Everyone would rather be at the front gate, and the other guys just don't like playing prison guard, sir.
Who did you relieve last night, Sergeant?
That would be Lieutenant Santangelo, sir.
As you were. And Planter? Radio me when they bring that prisoner back out.
Yes, sir.
It's Blattner. Also, they're not gonna bring that prisoner back out. They're turning him into super mutants.
These days in the wasteland, law and order is a precious thing, never taken for granted. When in tamer lands like the NCR, the Legion, and the Brotherhood's capital wastes, laws only apply within the major settlements. But before the war, the government enforced the law on every inch of American soil. Some crimes were punished with only a brief stay in a cell like this. But people who were disloyal to their country during a time of war were punished harshly. The lucky ones got to die of old age in prison. Others had more gruesome and immediate fates.
I like this, dude. This is all Fallout 1 lore. I love this.
And you were on guard duty last night?
Am I in trouble, sir? Colonel authorized me to take today off to work on the new suit. I thought maybe I could...
You're not in trouble, Lieutenant.
Phew, that's a relief.
Can you tell me if any of the scientists sent any prisoners back up to holding last night?
No, Captain. I don't think that happens anymore.
Ever?
I mean, I've never seen a prisoner come back up the lift. Well, then again, there was this one time the elevator broke and I fixed it in a valiant display of heroism. Other than that, though, no. The underground Einsteins must have a lot of space down there.
Could you do me a favor, Lieutenant?
Captain?
I want you to ask the other guards about the last time they saw a prisoner leave the lower blocks.
Never.
Could you do that for me?
Yes, sir.
Good. I'll check in with you later.
These suits were intended for the front lines, where they would go up against Chinese tanks, combat robots, and masses of infantry, using firepower soldiers couldn't carry otherwise. However, they weren't just used in Alaska or China. They were used all over the country for homeland security as well, intimidating prisoners, quelling riots, and pacifying occupied territories, frequently against unarmed civilians.
It's like the first thing you see in Fallout 1 is like a television of some news thing. Our boys in Canada are doing great work, and then you see them just fucking execute 2 people in the street and then wave at the camera. Like, holy fuck.
Look at that. A brand new suit of T-51B armor shipped
Doesn't
straight
look
from
brand
the
new.
factory. The 51s were the best line of pre-war armor. Some say the 60s were, purely because of the armor plating. But these were fundamentally upgraded T-45s. The bean counters in the Pentagon rightly wanted to keep the 10-year-old suits in service, but they inherited all the same problems of suits using last-generation tech.
Permission to speak freely, sir.
Denied, Captain. I know what you're gonna ask, and I can't tell you any more than I already have. The less we ask, the less we leak out to the Chinese. Now, do you have any questions I can answer, Roger?
We keep bringing new prisoners onto the base, but the commissary says we aren't using any more food than we did a month ago. By my count, we should have been feeding 100 more mouths for the last month. Should I notify the...
You're clever, Maxon. I'll give you that. You should consider getting into politics, son. America loves a war hero. Ah. You know, those patriotic prisoners have volunteered to aid the defense of the United States in exchange for a reduced sentence. Given what's happening around Beijing, I'd say they're the lucky ones.
Colonel, we don't know what's happening below. But don't you think we could all be held responsible if...
Don't make me pull rank, son. If I knew anything, I couldn't tell you. So do ask, but don't investigate. You and the rest of your Alaskan band of brothers have one job. To keep your eyes fixed on that front gate. Lady Liberty wants us at the ready.
Yes, sir.
We few. We happy few.
That's another game I should really play at some point.
The nature of what they were protecting was a closely guarded secret. But today, we know the truth all too well.
Indeed we do. And if you don't, you're about to find out.
Ah, damn it, Dr. Shellman. This is the 5th time we've changed the sedative and they keep waking up. We need to rule out stress as a factor.
This? Oh, we happy few. Yeah, yeah. Sorry.
The Forced Evolutionary Virus, or FEV,
was Mariposa's dark secret. Its effects can still be felt across the wasteland today.
Sir, Sergeant Planter is missing.
What?
Private Jensen went to relieve him from guard duty in the holding cells this morning. He wasn't there.
And the prisoners?
Secured. Sergeant Planter must be in the lower blocks, sir. With the scientists.
What? The lower blocks are completely off limits. What makes you think he'd be there?
We have this base locked down tighter than Fort Knox. He's got to be in the only place we don't have eyes.
Calling Dr. Anderson. This is Colonel Spindell. Dr. Anderson, this is Colonel Spindell. Please report. Dr. Von Felden, Dr. Anderson, this is Colonel Spindell. Report.
Sir, allow me to...
Captain, I want this base on lockdown until further notice. No personnel enters or leaves without my direct authorization. Do you understand?
Sir, I...
Dismissed, Captain.
In the 20th century, people wondered if the news coming from their television could really be trusted.
Answer no,
In the
not
late
really.
21st century, they were certain that the media had become nothing but political propaganda. The news wavered between assurances that all was well and reports that communist spies lurked in every shadow.
I don't want to do any of this stuff because that'll fuck stuff up. Already know.
We don't need to pussyfoot around this, Captain.
We did rule out every other possibility.
It's been 4 hours! Look, I get it. Those eggheads in the lower blocks don't like to socialize, but this is fucking ridiculous. We haven't heard a damn thing!
Yeah, but the orders are orders, and the Colonel...
Our brother is missing from what's supposed to be a secured military base. Captain, I don't understand why we aren't going apeshit right now.
The Colonel's acting command. However, the ultimate authority does lie with Washington. Their standing orders are to keep unauthorized personnel out of the lower blocks, so I suppose you could make the argument that...
Sergeant Allen. Quietly gather a few good men and meet me in the holding cells. Corporal Lyons, you go with him.
Yes, sir.
And Allen, bring Uncle Sam's tin can with you.
Yes, sir.
It's time for a mutiny, boys!
What's the meaning of this? Get out of here this instant!
Remain calm. This is military business.
Someone get the Colonel down here immediately. How did you get past the photonic resonance barriers? Who's the commanding officer here?
Captain Roger Maxson. Doctor, I believe one of our men might have stumbled into this part of the base. I'm here to retrieve him for punitive action. Then we'll be on our way.
Our work is classified beyond your pay grade, Captain. You do know you could be court-martialed just for looking at it.
For looking at what, exactly?
That's irrelevant. You're interfering with the security of the homeland, Captain.
Right now, you're interfering with the security of this base, Doctor, which is my responsibility. Now step aside and let us do our jobs.
What the fuck? The FEV. Meet the vets.
Doctor, where is the sergeant?
You're looking at him.
Goddamn
Ooh,
motherless.
nice.
Stand down, soldier. We bring this to the colonel immediately. Caramello, go to the holding area and consolidate the surviving prisoners into half the cells. Allen, escort these men to the empty cells.
I can only imagine what was running through the minds of Maxson and his men when they discovered what they had been guarding. Maxson must have thought Anderson and the other scientists had gone rogue. An unauthorized experiment by mad scientists straight out of a horror show.
It wasn't unauthorized. Bro, I love this. This is great.
Hi, Roger Maxon, Captain. Serial number 072389 have started this log because it doesn't look good for any of us. And I'd like for people to know what really happened here. All hell broke loose when we finally discovered what those scientist bastards were up to. The Colonel has locked himself in his office and seems to be having some sort of breakdown. The men are screaming for blood. They're looking to me for answers. I'm not sure what to do. Someone has to do something, though, or this place sinks into an anarchistic bloodbath. Every time we get a report from higher up, things get worse here. The war is going in a very bad direction, and this place is about to go into full mutiny with all the chaos that entails. I stopped one of the men from executing a scientist today and demanded that we interrogate them to find out what their orders were.
For the last time, Captain, I know what you saw, but believe me when I say it's not what you think. We could all be brought up on charges of treason if I say more. Does that not bother you? Fine. Let me put it to you this way, Captain. We're working to save the human species. That green goo, as you call it, allows us to seize control of our fate. We can control evolution, direct it to save ourselves in this war. Imagine a world without fear of biological weapons. An American race whose potential is not hampered by flaws, but enhanced by them.
If that's true, then why not have a taste of your own medicine, Doctor? Maybe you'll be enhanced.
No, don't open that.
Why not? It's a cure. If it works, I'll make a toast to your good health and take a shot myself.
It's been unpredictable. We need to eliminate variables until we understand the effects better. Any one of the test subjects could be the key. We'll understand more after we...
After trial and error. With a couple hundred human lives. American lives.
These test subjects. They're suspected fifth columnists. Deserters. Conscientious objectors.
Conscientious objector. that went wide really quickly.
Served?
Sure. No sense in letting them serve their time peacefully when they can act as empty chambers in your game of genetic Russian roulette. Who knew about this?
The entire research team, of course. I didn't deceive any.
My men. Who knew?
None of them, of course. We had strict protocols to prevent...
Our superiors. Which of them knew?
This project goes straight up to Washington. The president. I was following orders, just like you. I'm a soldier in a sense. A military man. Liar! If I die, you and your men will be... Please stop! Those eggheads got high on their own power and went rogue. I know it, you know it, everyone on this goddamn base knows it. And they've made us complicit.
If I may, I heard everything, Captain. Anderson was scared for his life. I believe what he said. As crazy as it sounds.
Captain Maxon.
Report.
Sir, we have a situation on level 3.
On my way.
FEV really did have its roots in a cure. The Pan-Immunity Virion Project was intended to alter Americans at the genetic level so that they would become immune to enemy biological warfare. But eventually, the project became an attempt at playing God, remaking man at a genetic level. The vats at Mariposa were supposed to turn soldiers into superhuman killing machines. The scientists never managed to perfect the process, but the master did.
Sort of. Sort of.
How about we toss you into that goo and watch you squirm? Our orders come from Washington. Bullshit. We have to put him down or else the brass will think we're in on it. He's right. Put him down! You're all blind. You think you'll win this war with your guns, But Washington knows it'll only be won with science. We are...
Nice save point.
I was only following orders. The excuse used by scientists for their experiments. The solace of Mariposa guards. It was the only thing they could use to defend themselves in the court of their own conscience. No other court would prosecute them.
I tell myself it was to keep him from causing a full mutiny among the men. But I'm not so sure.
I really have to go to the bathroom and I need to grab something to eat, but I'm loving this, so. Oh.
Sir, I need you to come out here. I've done things that contradict protocols for dealing with suspected war criminals. You have to relieve me of my post to show the men that there's still some kind of order here. Washington hasn't said anything, sir. I don't think the brass can spare a general to come down here and clean up this mess. Robert, please say something. Sir, we're gonna knock down the door. If you can hear me, please stand back.
Roger. I'm sorry.
Oh, they weren't lying when they said the AI pathing was a little iffy.
By killing the egghead, I seem to have confirmed my position as leader of the men. They follow me without question now. The interrogations invariably end up being executions. Shellman held out the longest.
No. We want the whole truth. At what point did you and your colleagues go rogue and decide to play mad scientist?
Let me ask you something. Do you think the new plague was a natural occurrence? Countless American civilians died because of that virus. It was Chinese biological warfare.
And how does that differ from the suffering you created with that man-made virus down in the vats?
In that we're saving the many by sacrificing the few. Do you think we relish our work, Captain? Most of my colleagues have been working on a cure for the new plague for 20 years and had nothing to show for it. That's 2 decades of pestilence. Thousands dead because of their failure. Our failure. The Black Death lasted half that time, you know. So, if we can't cure Chinese diseases, then the only recourse is to make ourselves immune to them. That is what the government asked for us to do, and that's what we did. What you call the green goo is our salvation.
No honorable government would sanction this.
You honestly think you're serving an honorable government? There's no honorable government in war, Captain. Our government decided to sacrifice a few deserters to stop a nationwide epidemic. How different is that from ordering a division of fine young men to die? I'm not proud of what I've done, Captain. But given the chance, I would do it again. Not because it's right, but because it's rightfully necessary. Our government is waging a war without precedent, a war for our very existence. They send you boys to fight and die to save our home. Well, they ask us to fight an invisible war, so that you have a home to come back to. If we refuse...
It's as if we killed them ourselves.
Captain.
I'm sorry, Dr. Shellman.
Me too.
I like this. This is good.
The Great War lasted a matter of hours, but it was the culmination of decades of conflict. Before the bombs fell, there were the Sino-American War, lasting 11 long years, the European Civil War, and the wars in the Middle East. The Resource Wars lasted a generation, which witnessed endless conflict using ever more refined weapons, armor, and robots. A generation praying for a place in the vaults, just waiting for the end. A generation that lost hope.
Are we ready to breach?
Yes, sir.
This last part of the base we haven't cracked yet, Captain.
So, this is a good news, bad news situation. I managed to hack the terminal, but, well, it likely alerted the scientists inside.
Look alive, everyone. The goal is to extract Sergeant Planter without injury. Lieutenant, on my mark. Breach in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Shouldn't you be going?
Oh my god. He's alive! Planter!
The effects of the FEV virus include immunity to radiation and diseases, super strength, endurance, and speed. But no one walks away without paying a price. Some paid with their minds. Others died in agony as their bodies were unable to cope with the strain. Then there are the unfortunate ones who became centaurs, joining the hordes of wretched creatures like floaters and other monstrosities.
Sergeant Planter's going to be fine.
We've been incommunicado for days now, Sergeant. Nobody's calling. Nobody's coming. Even black sites must report to someone.
You don't suppose they're planning to come and tie up loose ends?
At least we'd have some answers then. I think I know how to force a response from Washington. But first... Sergeant, I want you to take the transport to housing. Have everyone pack the necessities and move inside the base. Tell them whatever you want, but I want all of our families inside by nightfall.
Jesus, Captain. Are you...
The reality is we have absolutely no idea how this will play out, so I don't want them caught in the crossfire, or used as a bargaining chip. For now, we take a defensible position until we have a clear path forward. And in the meantime, if anyone asks, this is just a routine drill. Makes me sick involving our families in all this.
We know they're already involved, Captain. The men will stand behind your decision.
Nowadays, we can brew our own booze, but most connoisseurs claim that the pre-war stuff is far superior to wasteland tub moonshine, and far less addictive than Jet. A man like Colonel Spindell probably wasted these expensive spirits trying to dull his pain and make himself forget the terrible secrets of the FEV project. The civilians stationed at the base included Maxon's own wife and their son. He had no idea that he was creating a dynasty that would last for centuries.
This is Captain Roger Maxon. Serial number 072389. I am the acting commander of the Mariposa military base in Central California.
As soldiers, we swore to defend this country from all enemies, foreign and domestic. Let it be known that oath has been honorably upheld by the brothers here at Mariposa. We've pressed for a response from Washington, but have heard nothing. At this time, we are assuming the worst. Due to violations of the Constitution of the United States by the federal government and dishonorable conduct of its representatives, I hereby declare our relationship with the federal government dissolved at this time. This will remain in effect until contact is reestablished and certain assurances are made. Let it be known that we are acting in what we believe to be the best interest of Homeland Security. What the hell is going on? We declare ourselves to be in full desertion from the army and no longer under the government's command? What happens? Nothing. Something bad is coming down.
And something bad did come. On October 23rd, 2077, the Great War began and ended. The apocalypse. Humanity pushed back centuries as the slate was wiped clean by nuclear fire. Some places were spared in the conflagration. Mariposa was one of them.
I can't believe those bastards finally did it. Damn them all to hell. It seems inconceivable we weren't targeted.
The Mariposa military base was a black site that just entered service in January that year. Passed over in the initial strike, the men and women of the security team suddenly found themselves the heavily armed heirs of a brave new world.
Sergeant Planter volunteered to go outside today to take specific readings on the atmosphere. It seems the radiation hasn't spread this far. Since he was wearing his power armor, there was no threat to him from radiation. But if he had been exposed, he would have had to be exiled. We don't have adequate decontamination facilities here. I convinced the men we should bury the scientists. I don't know why. Perhaps it was to ease my conscience. I finally started to believe their stories. The last one was dying. My God. What have I become? I've recruited civilians to do jobs my soldiers are too busy to bother with. Many of them are skilled craftsmen, and I'm having them take what they need from the base. We can't leave more than a few automated defenses and force fields. Some of the kids are smart enough to train up as engineers for future use, like my son. I hope I'm not being one of those overly optimistic army dads when I say he has a gift for tuning laser weapons. Not a bad shot either. The VATS make me uneasy. I'll have to hope the automated defenses can scare off interlopers until China's next volley of missiles wipes this place off the map for good. This base belongs under a pile of rubble.
Spoiler alert, that didn't happen.
Maxon and his followers left the horrors of Mariposa behind and traded them for the horrors of the wasteland. Little did they know that the people responsible for the FEV were still very much alive. Fate would have it that they would cross paths again, but that is a story for another day.
Brothers and sisters, those of us who served at Mariposa learned something that should never be forgotten. We witnessed firsthand the recklessness man embodies when his science is allowed to outpace his morals. Those who called themselves our leaders checked their ethics at the door and let fear decide our future. Never again. The Great War has taught us that if we are to survive, mankind must learn restraint. Let future generations know that the penalty for not heeding this warning is an endless cycle of war. A man once said that the object of war is not to die for your country, but to make the other bastard die for his. It's a powerful sentiment, but it's not one I subscribe to. I think a great soldier is one who prays for peace, because it is the soldier who must bear the deepest wounds and scars of war. Dear brothers, I am sick and tired of war. Its glory is fiction. Its consequences, irreversible. War is only for those who have never fired a shot or heard the groans and bloodied screams of the dying. Our brotherhood might have been born in Alaska, but it became a man at Mariposa.
Yo, this was great. I love
After
this.
Maxson left the base, it was torn apart by mutants. Then the Vault Dwellers set off a nuclear warhead inside the place. But Maxson did record his thoughts at the time. I also have access to his armor and sidearm that you saw in there. Neuroanalytics from the armor and genetic memory from blood samples on the gun helped me reconstruct the rest of it. As you saw, the Brotherhood was quite different at the start.
That was truly something.
The Brotherhood you see here in the Commonwealth is just one of our chapters, and Arthur was just one of many elders with the name Maxson. Although the West Coast chapter adheres to Maxson's ideals more closely than the East Coast. I hope you get a chance to see what California and the Mojave are like someday.
I didn't do this for the Brotherhood. I did this for myself.
At least now you have a greater understanding of Roger Maxson. You may even know him better than some of the people in the Brotherhood. I have something else to share. I mentioned that I got some DNA from Maxson's sidearm and his power armor. Truth is, I borrowed them from the Brotherhood. I don't think the Quartermaster knew what they are. Must have thought they were just obsolete tech for the scrap bin. But I noticed that you have a knack for wearing power armor. And I think that you can appreciate the significance of Maxson's suit. It may not be a state-of-the-art T-60 like all the kids are wearing these days, but some of the old models are a bit more versatile. I'd rather see it with you than gathering dust in a Brotherhood storage locker.
Okay. Retrieve Maxson. That's kind of cool.
Dr. Amari?
You're back. The glowing sea. Virgil. What happened?
Oh, you know. Took a radiation bath, hung out with a big green guy, and I pulled this encoded chip out of a courser's neck. He was not happy.
A courser chip? You fought a courser? Oh my god. Unfortunately, I can't help
Oh
you.
my god.
I've worked on a lot of synths, but never a courser. But there are people who might. I work with a group that, well, they're called the Railroad.
Right? Next stop, the railroad. Choo-choo!
Yes. Anyway, you need a code phrase in order to find them.
Moving on.
Follow the Freedom Trail. Good luck.
Any idea what the code phrase means?
I'm not sure, but I remember there was a pre-war.
Sure.
Hopefully they've placed other clues to tell you.
All right.
Good luck. I'm sorry.
Randomizes the code word? Oh, in the... yeah. Alright. I'm gonna save here. I'm gonna go eat. Me hungry. And then of course we'll be back. Play more. Early office building. Mysterious note. Interesting. That's for later. Alright, fellas. I'll be back as soon as I can. Thank you so much for hanging out so far. And hope to see you again in a little bit. Bye-bye.